everyone. Welcome. Don't mind us. One of us was dying in the countdown. As we do. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 10. We're in official double digits. This was supposed to be the stream where we all got back together again for the first time since ever. But Apollo is currently running late. We love Apollo. We miss Apollo. Hopefully Apollo might join us soon, but if not,
we love
it'll be
Apollo.
next week.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just keep making Wally take full power damage for every half hour he's not here. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we are back with another lovely vampire episode with our lovely overlay and our lovely art. Blue is back. I am so
excited. Let's fucking go!
You have no idea how much cramming we've done in the backstage. So this is what's happened.
I've been doing so much homework in the last 5 hours.
And half of it probably doesn't even make sense yet. Oh, it's Leto. Does it have to make sense?
Yeah, it's fine.
I am Hedgehog. I use he, him pronouns, and I can be found all over the internet as Hedgehog UK. I don't post much, but I do hang around every now and again, mostly in our Discord server. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, and I'm going to start with Anna.
Hi, it's me, Anna, or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use them pronouns, and I'm definitely human, just not tonight, because tonight I'm playing a vampire. I am playing Dominic, our favorite himbocative, using he, they pronouns.
Fantastic. Inez.
Oh Jesus! Hi everyone. My name is Inez. I use she, her pronouns, and I am your succubus girlfriend with your consent. Valerian looking more slutty and slutty every night. Every night he becomes sluttier.
Each button gets lower and lower.
It gets lower and exactly. Hi. Yes. Tonight I will be playing Valerian, our somewhat lovable straight man. And the rights are the wrong color. I'll be right back.
Look, right? I'm just saying that ever since Valerian got burnt in the back, just it triggered something.
How dare you?
Maybe we need to set him on fire more often.
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, Altair will gladly do it. Grabs a flamethrower. Speaking of Altair, Magpie.
Howdy, I'm Magpie. You can find me most places at Antique Horror. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Altair. He uses he, him pronouns, and he's frequently stressed. I'm very stressed. It's all good stress. That's all I have to say tonight. Thank you.
It's fine. It's good stress.
Everything's fine.
Finally, we'll move to Blue. Welcome back,
Hi.
Blue.
Hi, I'm Blue. I've been in space. I'm no longer in space. Hello. I can be found on the internet under Sanguis Blue on pretty much all forms of social media. And also, I'm back playing a vampire. And I'm a Malkavian. And I'm called Leto. And I definitely know what's going on at all times. 100%. Not making this up as I go along.
I mean, to be honest, you're just doing what I do. We make up as we go along. Right. With that out of the way, let us roll our titles and begin. there we go. We're back. Whoops! I pressed
Oh.
the button too early. Don't worry.
Hello.
I've got to learn the timing bit on how to transition from one to the other. I stress clicked. Speaking of stress, can anyone remember what we did last week?
No.
If
Read the summary that I wrote.
if Leto can do the summary from last week and somehow get it right, I will give them permanent extra time.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
I'm
sure.
not doing that.
Look, I'm sure Magpie can do it. Magpie is a very good note taker. You made me
You are
muted.
muted.
Every time. It's because I laugh too much.
No, please.
Yeah, totally. So I've got that Wally and Dom started looking through the old lab. Logos was with them, but not really taking part. He was just kind of vibing. There was one tab left open on Wally's computer that said CCTV. In the past 4 to 5 months, it started taking files again. There were 5 people kind of vibing around the labs. They were kind of being methodical, taking shit apart, sort of retrofitting all over the workshop, kind of messing about with stuff, but we're not really sure what they were doing at first. However, Wally spotted that they were setting traps in the workshop. They could get pixelated images of 5 people in the workshop, and then Wally went to try and find who their sire is. We could see kind of in a flashback that the doors got ripped off the hinges, and we see someone who kind of leans over with bright pink hair that we recognize as one of the twins that I have not met yet. But we got the name as Delphine. And then Wally considered taking the little plush octopus off of their desk and the anime sticker bottle, but did not take it. A new night, we picked up with Altair. Bum 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 bum. He tries to kind of get this Axel character, who's not who they say they are, to come to his apartment with his best bud Ollie. They used the words best bud tersely because I think Altair would like to not have him around, but they vibe anyway. And we figure out that it's not Axel, it's Kit, who should be dead. Dun 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 dun, and then they make some sort of like evil genius scheme for Ollie to have a go at not Axel, and somehow does very well, and in full-blown werewolf form just rakes a broom handle through this guy. Dom and Valerian have a very deep talk. Tristan was watching the CCTV feeds and picks up a notepad and pencil. He was having visions of the lab and starts drawing over over a few hours the faces of the 5 who broke into the lab. I've got literally wrote the faces of the people that broke into the lab to do shit. Doesn't recognize the others, and he's talking about control, looking for something. Bum 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 bum. And then a little bit later, he starts saying he can't draw pinstripes, and we're like, "Why can't you draw pinstripes?" And the reason that they can't draw pinstripes is because he's trying to draw someone who wears pinstripes. Who wears pinstripes? Leto wears pinstripes. Dun 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 dun. And then Altair rings Valerian with the very dramatic single line, like spotlight phone that exists in the Acropolis, that obviously exists there. And we have a dramatic, tense phone call that starts with a Latin phrase of opening, and that's all I've got.
Hello, hello, baby, you gone? I can hear a thing. I have got no service in the club, you say. So stupid.
It's because I write it how I talk, so like
No, that is
I have to
perfectly valid.
demank it.
That is perfectly valid. Oh, right. Before we get into everything, a little side note. We cut to the Shard, a broken window, and what looks like a figure dangling out of one of the windows. As we get closer, we see that the person is being dangled out of the window, like being held by their neck. And the person that is being held by the neck entangled is a familiar Tristan.
Excuse me?
But what makes this vision worse is that as the camera turns the other way, the person holding them out of the window is Leto. Anyway, so speaking of Leto, it's been 4 or 5 nights now, and it's been pretty much non-stop. Rushing over to the scene of the crime, where apparently Acthurst had been murdered, to find that the body had been moved, to then chasing down who moved the body, which then led you to apartment 701, finding that Acthurst had gone missing from there and had left a note, and someone had left a note behind, to then basically chasing down Acthurst. It never really occurred to you to check in with the coterie. Like, there's a whole lockdown order going on right now. And I think Leto definitely recognizes it. Like night 3, like there is no kindred activity at all. Just like it's like all the kindred vanished. No one's leaving their havens. No one's feeding. You eventually track down Acthurst, fumbling his way, trying to sedate his hunger in typical Acthurst fashion, which is fumbling and bumbling. Debating, like, how do you bite the neck? Is it going to be easy? Do I have to lay them down? Do you have to raise their arm? Just constantly fumbling around with it. Thankfully, a quick cloud memory, like, removes this mortal's memory of what just happened. You know a few coteries in London that you could quietly drop Acthurst off to, where he will be looked after and trained and not necessarily under Valerian's eye, or as close to it as it may be. After all, Leto doesn't know that Valerian knows. So you spend a night carting them off. While the rest of the coterie has been swearing at all the notes, thinking if Leto was here, we'd have an answer by now. You spent some time in 701 and did find your lead that nobody else picked up on, because it was kind of almost like a breadcrumb deliberately left for you. It led you to Kit. Bit of a weird one to lead you back to your little, should I say crony? Associate? Underling? Friend. Unwilling friend.
Yeah.
That describes Kit and Leto perfectly well. Unwilling friends. And somehow he's involved. You try to get hold of him like you normally would, with no luck. But this is Leto we're talking about. And so you start doing your detective sleuthing. That leads you to a conversation. It leads you down a path that reveals Altair to you. And then Leto just goes on the biggest detective splurge, finding everything you can about Altair. Where they were turned, what their contacts are like around Europe, who their sire is. And you piece together that Kit is the one that hired Altair. You don't know that it's them posing as Axel. That bit was lost on you because to you that's a purpose information. But you do know that Kit was the person that hired Altair. You know about Ollie. You know about Ollie's particular condition. And you also know where Altair. You also know where Ollie and Altair live. Another piece of information you pick up on that no one else so far has picked up on. There has been murmurs in the back of your mind, that little voice in the back of your head, about up north, and about how a certain group of inquisitors are starting to regain their strength and are contemplating maybe start the beginnings of rebuilding a London network. You're not quite sure who it is that's telling you this, but you can just about hear it. You also hear another voice. A voice of a very confused man who doesn't know why they're here, why they're hearing this. But just from hearing their voice, you can pick up in that lovely Malkavian way, just subtle information about where they've been, who they've seen. This voice has a very strong connection to Dom. They are walking along a web and they don't know how to navigate it, and they are just shouting out into the abyss, and it is not good for a Malkavian to go around and start shouting down the web, because you might attract the attention of something much more dangerous. But as a new night rises, what is Leto thinking and what is Leto's plan? You know that Kit is due to meet with Altair at Ollie's tonight at some point. You don't quite know when, but you know that meeting's happening. You know that there's some strange man broadcasting very loud messages in a web somewhere. And Acthurst is kind of settling into his new home. He tries to text you several times the day after, but just constantly like, hey, it's like, I never was much of a night owl. Now I am.
I think she'll take pity on him and she'll reply, but it'll be like just little things like, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it."
Just such
Like-
dismissive replies.
Yeah. Like little, like really rubbish tips about like when to drink coffee and make sure you go for a run, and that'll help you sleep better. And
Be
like,
careful
all
which blood you drink.
yeah, all the bullshit mental health stuff they give you, it'll be like that, but tinted with vampire stuff.
So what we've heard is Leto's moving into the self-help book category.
I mean, she knows a bit about psychology. That's kind of the same, isn't it?
Yeah. Has Leto been staying at the library, given that when you investigated apartment 701, you found photos of your door?
I think she would have gone there once
Mm.
and tried to do it obfuscated so that she wasn't seen. Maybe waited until, like, I don't know, a cleaner or something is walking past before she opened the door. She'd have gone inside and like taken anything that she deemed was too dangerous to leave in there. So like just grabbed stuff that she didn't want people to find, so any information or anything like that. And then no, she wouldn't have stayed there again.
No. So where does Leto end up staying?
I imagine she's got a couple of different fallback places because she's like, she knows a lot, but she's also incredibly paranoid. So I imagine she's got a couple of places that she could potentially fall back on. I'm not sure if any of them would have people in them, though.
That's fine. I mean, Camden has loads of little places that you could stay relatively close to everybody else, but not have to go too far away. You could always go to the other side of the river, Westminster Way. There's like old apartments above shops that people like forget like even exist because the door's not obvious or the door's in the back, so you have to go around the side, so no one ever goes there. Leto's got like a few of those places earmarked.
Yeah.
That she knows she can break into.
Yeah, I don't imagine she'd stay in any one place for very long, but she would kind of bounce between
them.
Yeah. I think that she'd have a go at estimating what kind of time the meeting is going to have with Kit, and then she'd aim to be at Ollie and Altair's place before that.
So the meeting took place, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say it was midnight the meeting took place. So you can get there beforehand. You can watch outside. You can spot Kit walking up to the entrance. In typical Kit fashion, like not wearing any disguise, still wearing his perfectly normal like biker jacket and leathers. Like deception is lost on this man. He's the worst secret agent in the history of secret agents. He casually, you see, he stops for a moment where he gets to the door and like looks around slightly, as if slightly paranoid. I mean, you're obscurated. I know you are. I don't have to ask. I know Leto now. Leto is in a shadow somewhere that can't be seen, and it wouldn't even shock me if Leto tried to walk in Kit's shadow. But you can see him enter. You can't quite see inside. Ollie does have like not blacked out windows, but it's got like those old dirty netting sheets.
They're just dirty.
Yeah, like dirty netted windows. You can hear like the sudden thud and then silence for a little bit. And then kind of like nothing happens for a while. Then about 40 minutes later, Valerian shows up. I believe with Domino. Wally has stayed behind to try and clean up that image that Valerian so desperately wanted cleaning up. So they're going to try and work on that CCTV image. Which car do they take, Valeria? Do they take your car? Do you take Dom's car?
I mean, Marcus is not there, so it
No.
would have been Dom's car.
Dom's car. Because why risk your own car when you can risk someone else's
Dom's
car?
Dom's like reluctant every time they're going on like some kind of like mission. You know, he's so reluctant to take his car because
Of course.
But if there's no other option, we'll do that.
I mean, you park up, you know you're at the right place because the hearse is there. There's a bit where Valerian takes out a knife and slashes the tires.
No. God, no.
Slash the tires, smash the window. Like,
I might not like them,
no.
but I'm not a cheap player. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie's house looks like shit.
Of course.
This is a rundown. Yeah, this is a rundown piece of shit that's not been looked after in a very long time.
I will say there's one window that is like really well cleaned. Like the rest of the house, absolute sty. But there's just one set of like windowsills. There's even like a little hanging basket outside. Altair's got his shit together.
Oh my god. It's crazy. I think that Valerian just walks up to the door with Dom in tow and then looks to Dom and then he goes, "Well, ready to meet a vampire?"
What kind of question is that? Where this looks really confused.
You know, many different vampires.
The door
Oh shit!
them.
Oh shit! I immediately have my hand on the holster of my gun.
Well, are you going to stand there or are you going to come in?
Only if you invite me.
He'll just sort of stand back and motion into the house.
And then he'll take that as an invite and step inside.
You have no dog allergies, do you?
I don't, but to those I do.
Those?
Wolves.
Wonderful. Come now, don't mince your words in this house. Step in.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to give one last look outside.
I am going to ask, is Leto going to use her ability, because I know you've done this once before, to sneak into, like, past them as they're closing the door?
Whoa.
Because you've got Obscurate, not like lying in shadows. Like, yeah, Leto can just, as long as there's shadows, Leto can just keep moving between them unseen.
Spooky.
So yeah, like as Altair closes the door, Leto just sort of quietly slides in before it shuts. But to all of you, no idea that they're there.
Cool. Sneaky.
Have they moved Kit?
They've like dead ass put him like coffin style just on the coffee table. There's like a bunch of cans of like Carlsberg, Iron Brew. Like there's a full set of like empty cans just swept onto the floor, and they've dead ass just like coffin style on the thing with the broom handle sticking out. And Altair has put like a bunch of like candlesticks round. Like you can tell he's spent time doing this for the theatrics alone. Like this man
You are so
The-
stupid.
The
I know.
hardest,
Valerian with the phone with the spotlight.
Oh, come on.
look, this is the hardest thing for Leto because there's so much shit on the floor. It is difficult to move around without like knocking something.
AKA, you pick a place and you stand there, not moving.
I think she walks in and then she notices the cans and stuff and is like, oh, I should probably avoid those so that I don't make noise. And then she gets thoroughly distracted by how many cans there are and what different cans there are. And she starts categorizing them on the floor and she forgets that she was going somewhere. So she's just kind of stood in like near the doorway to the entrance to that room, just like,
It's like when you said people say you throw rice in front of a vampire to come.
I am
Oh,
Rick.
literally.
Yeah.
So she goes to start stepping cautiously, and then she's like, "Oh, but that one's different. Oh, and that's a different shape. Oh, but that's clearly a beer can, but this one isn't." And she just goes off on one.
And why is there one beer bottle?
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
So the good news is you've distracted Leto for a little bit, so you're safe.
Yes. Good job, Altair.
You've got one
Fuck
turn.
off.
Horrifically wrong. You can hear the thudding, like a banging thud coming from the bedroom. It sounds like it's heavily insulated. And like it's not a consistent thud. It's like bang, 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 bang. It's tapping. Something's moving around.
I just go, you've put the dog in a cage, I see.
Care to meet him?
No.
Then don't question it.
Good. I kick the beer cans, probably annoying Leto so much.
It'll break my trance, essentially. I'll be like, oh, back in the room.
Yeah, no, I'm kicking those beer cans aside and like stepping towards Kit. And
Who's sleeping in a very deep torpor right now.
and I think Valerian just like bows over him and like moves his hair out of the way and like maybe caresses his face a little bit, and he goes, God, you look stupid.
He didn't just wander in here. No planning, no thought. The dog took him down.
Interesting.
So I let you have him. This is truce. We have a shared interest.
I know now that the things you did were not... Well, they were out of malice, just from the wrong person. See, if you would have done this in anyone else's name, you would have been dead by now.
And I count myself lucky. I apologize for what I did. And he'll hold his hand out.
Valerian will look at his hand for maybe a little too long. And then he'll take it and he'll go, apology accepted. Don't ever, and he squeezes a little harder, do that again.
He'll kind of buckle a little as though he's trying to get his hand out. I have no intention of. I attack where pointed, and at this moment you're at the trigger.
Lovely. Good to know. Now, I think we should get him back home. And with that, I mean my home. Maybe question him a little bit, you know? And I just look at Dom and I go, would you please?
Dom's been sort of distracted looking at the door, like the room where all the bangings come from, because I don't think he's ever seen or been near a werewolf. So he's sort of like curious, like listening in. And it's like, wait, what? Sorry? Oh, right, the body. I want to go and try and scoop him up, like bridal style.
At that point, most of the banging stops, and then you just sort of hear kind of knock at the door to the bedroom.
Hold on. Altair's kind of going to check his back just the once, and he'll kind of brace the door against his arm, and then we'll gently open it.
As you gently open it, a near enough fully transformed back Ollie will stagger out. Kind of extremely scruffy hair now, it's all over the place. Shirt is, well, let's just say that the shirt that he managed to put on has no chest piece. It's all been ripped away. And this shirt has been repaired numerous times. This different parts of fabric that have stitched back together again. Because Ollie's not going to spend more money on another shirt. Why would you do that when you transfer this often? Just one shirt. Just keep repairing it. It's fine. Sort of staggers out. In his left hand is his Lee Enfield. He hasn't been told that Valerians are friendly. And
oh shit! Yeah.
That
Altair just hand under the muzzle to knock it up. They're on our side. Come here, and he'll kind of take the hook of his finger under his chin and just start sorting his hair out to make him look vaguely more human again.
It's not my fault you made me transform.
It was either that or both of us ended up dead. Come now, this isn't the first time.
No, it won't be the last either.
No, probably not. These are my
who are these two?
associates.
Dom just goes like, "Oh, I'm Dominic." Looks really intrigued now.
I'm gonna
Pretty fascinated.
I'm gonna roll a deep. You see that Ollie can't stop. The one thing that Ollie is transfixed on is the V-cut of Dom's shirt and just how deep the V-cut goes. There's a moment where it's subtle, and then the longer he looks, the more obvious it is that he's just
I think he just goes eyes up here.
And you see that he panics and is like, oh, no, I was looking at the old the
No,
old
it's
guy.
fine. I get it, hello. It's fine.
I'm trying to train him. He's a rescue.
I think at that point Valerian steps forward and he goes, "So you're the werewolf on my premises?"
I mean, this is my house, so you're in my premises.
Sure. We can call it that.
Last I checked, you didn't have a monopoly on London.
If that's what you think.
You think you're
Name's Valerian.
Oh, so you're the stuck up. And you see he's about
Hand
to say,
over!
You see he's about to use the C word. You're the one that he was supposed to kill and didn't, and came back limping.
Mm-hmm.
In an act of mercy, he just stares at him.
Nice to see you have your own opinions and choose to keep following those. I like that.
Look, I'm gonna put money on I've been around longer than any of you. I knew this city when it was a burnt-out husk.
Interesting statements.
And you think that vampires could just control the whole of London? There's more things than meets the eye. You just have to look a little closer.
Well, currently, I am controlling London.
You keep thinking that, babe. But, you know.
I look at Altair and I just go, keep the muzzle on that one. And I turn around and I walk towards the door, open it, moonlight probably like making a long shadow on the floor. And I just, over my shoulder, I go, we leave now.
I think Tom still just almost like Kit looks at Ollie and just sort of just shrugs, but then also at one point gives a wink and walks after Valeria.
Fucking flirt.
You see that Ollie like goes to like help like move Kit's feet before Dom like smacks them against the wall. Ironically, is really, really close to where Leto is. But you see that Ollie, like, as he does that, kind of like slides a piece of paper down,
Yes!
down like Dom's wrist. And it is a little scrap of paper with his phone number on. But what's interesting is you get two of them. So he's written these, just so you can hand them out if needed.
Fucking losing.
I was hoping for that. Don't just sort of like will take it and just give like a little nod. Just walks after.
I'm an enabler, okay?
I can't say I didn't give this in the brief. I can't say this wasn't in the brief.
Magpie gave me a character and then told me that Anna liked that character. Of course I'm going to play to this. So Valerian and Dom walk out. What is Leto going to do? Is Leto going to try and move out as they move out, or is Leto going to stay behind?
Leto's staying behind.
Okay. So Valerian and Dom, the door closes behind you. You start walking down the steps to go put Kit in the back of Dom's car. Quick question: back seats or boot?
I think Dom would leave that to Valerian. What do you want? I knew it. I think the boot's not that big, but sort of will like awkwardly put Kit like
Look,
in a position.
Good, cram his ass in there.
You can like Tetris
Origami fold.
and put it into the boot. It's a vampire. It's fine. It won't hurt.
Do you know what would solve this problem? If you ever heard.
If he didn't have a broom handle sticking out of him. I'm just envisioning it being like wedged into the top of the boot as you're trying to like angle it.
I'm also envisioning it the broom handle being way too long, like not even like
Wedge.
maybe snapped a little bit so that it's
Yeah,
like this
whack.
big.
No. When Ollie broke it, he broke it at like the mop end. So yeah, it's a really long.
It sticks
broom
out of the
handle.
boot.
Yeah.
If it does, I think Valerian will absolutely like
Snap
snap
it
at
off,
least
yeah.
like a little bit off.
Yeah. You snap a bit of it off so it'll eventually fit and close the lid.
Throw the rest out there.
Another window goes.
Yep. Just hear a crack, and it's like, oh shit, quick, get the car.
And
Back inside, Ollie is looking pretty pleased with himself. The little blonde-haired, roughly man, is looking quite chuffed. You didn't tell me that decrepit white man had good company.
How did this end last time you tried this?
I mean, I will admit, my last partner, I haven't dated a vampire in a long time. A changeling was fun, though.
Oh, for fuck's sake. One day, I am going to take you to a decent club and find you somebody nice.
Who's to say they're not nice? I saw them on the
They're
telly
not
once.
nice. Anyone that follows someone quite so lost puppyish cannot be nice. They have no backbone of their own.
But that's what makes them so cute. It's like, I can fix
Oh
them.
God, since when was cute on your repertoire?
Look, I've lived long enough to start realizing I can't be judgmental about things.
There's judgmental and there's taste.
So what's the plan? We've literally just let them walk off with our only lead.
Oh, the plan is we get a new job, we go somewhere else that's less of a dump. Could head back to Edinburgh. We could go anywhere. Come now, you hate being down here.
I'll admit it's a bit of a bore, but I'm also pissed off that we got stitched up.
So what, is this revenge?
Why not?
I can think of a lot of good reasons why not to act out of revenge. But you want to, don't you?
I mean, I want to do really well at this to stick it to that white-suited man. Imagine if we solved it first.
I think Leto is going to take this opportunity to sit down on the nearest chair to the table in the middle, kick her feet up on the table, and as she's kicking her feet up is as it drops, and she's going to go, maybe I can help.
Shit!
And you see, I think like Ollie like jumps and like nearly, because he's quite a tall, always quite a tall guy, isn't he?
That's 6'2".
Yeah, like him jumping up and Fry nearly puts his head onto the ceiling. It's one of those standard British like outflows. The ceiling's just like a little bit lower than normal. Like nearly bangs his head on the ceiling. He's like, "What the fuck? How the fuck?" And like he's trying to feel for his Enfield, but like can't feel it behind him.
Altair has it and has it up and pointed. He's got like a full like Second World War Lee Enfield shouldered at the minute. No idea how to use it.
And who the fuck are you?
Hello, I'm Leto.
Name does not go far enough.
Oh, what else would you like to know?
Why you are in my house?
My house.
Our house. In the middle of our street.
Sorry, should I wait for you to decide whose house it is?
It's our house. Now, why are you here?
I want to chat.
This isn't necessarily giving me the answers I wanted. Why are you here to chat?
Maybe you need to work on better questions.
I love it. He'll just sort of stand there for a second. Okay, what do you wish to chat about?
Oh, anything, everything. You're saying you don't find it particularly nice here? I think it's quite cozy. Although there are a lot of cans.
He's just gonna shoulder, like, point over to Ollie.
I like drinking, I don't like cleaning. What can I say?
I have tried to teach him.
You get, like, post-transformation. Is there, like, a hangover period?
Yes. There's a period where it's kind of, if there's enough adrenaline, I can like feel stronger and go back into my transformation easier. Or if I've been injured, I get lethargic and struggle to move around.
Can we draw the conversation back for just a moment of why you're in the house?
Oh, I was here to work out what was going on with Kit, but that seems to have been dealt with.
Okay, wonderful, then leave.
Whoa. Hang on a minute.
Oliver!
No. They know Kit. This could be a way in.
All right. What do you know about Kit?
Oh, an awful lot. What would you like to know?
He's going to brush some of the cans off of the chair facing and he's going to sit facing. I want to know why he would have the head of the coterie dead.
Which one?
This one. He says, keep it specifically vague.
Which coterie?
He wanted Valerian dead.
Oh, I think. Now, this isn't fact, but I think it's probably related to feeling lost and deserted, no longer having their own coterie, no sense of direction, a feeling of lack of control, a feeling of being told what to do but not having any of their own direction.
So he was, what, under previous command?
Oh, well, not directly under Valerian anymore. Everyone thought he was dead.
I did get that feeling.
But it you see, Ollie really looks at Leto, staring a bit, like, but you don't look shocked that he's not dead.
Well, this is why I was asking if you were injured or not, because your senses don't seem to be really.
Look, I'm having problems, okay? My connection, my transformation, it's not as good as it once was.
Oh.
First I've heard.
Well, I didn't really want to expose myself as being weak, did I?
Come now, how long have we been together?
Too
Well,
long.
here's the thing, Altair. I was in your home. Your home you share with a werewolf, and they didn't notice me.
Fascinating. And you should have been noticeable by someone with enhanced senses?
Well, especially a werewolf, yeah.
Oliver, care to explain? And he's gonna lean in and kind of Kubrick stare a little bit.
I got injured a while back, and it's not healing.
Let me see.
And since then, you see he takes off what's left of his shirt, and on his back, there's one particular gouge mark on his back, and you can see what looks like speckles of some kind of silver compound has been pushed and pressed into this man's skin so it almost bonds with it, making transformations for him extremely painful. That's why he goes into a frenzy when he transforms now, because he transforms and immediately starts taking aggravated damage. That is why he's avoided transforming recently.
Altair's kind of gonna sort of press his thumb into his shoulder, not to over a wound, but to try and turn him to the light. When did this happen?
About 2 weeks ago?
And you didn't think to share this?
Oh yeah, just tell your friend / boss that, hey, you got jumped.
Oliver, we could have fixed this. We could have looked into this. This is a targeted attack. This is no pit fight.
Did you see who it was?
Some man with red hair, like this weird device. Like, it's like someone had made a homemade shotgun. And they managed to surprise me. They ran a... I don't know what it was that they hit me with, but they hit me with something and it smashed into my kneecap and like knocked me to the ground, and then I felt something press against my shoulder and then fire. And I just remember burning. And then by the time I was able to get back up and look around, they ran away. Wasn't exactly going to admit that I got jumped. I was hoping it would heal on its own.
Oh, you think I give a shit about things like that?
Why
We are in danger.
What? You think the hunters are just going to start attacking any target?
Yes, I do. I think anyone with any form of fae or magic or anything within their blood is in danger. And I think knowing about this 2 weeks ago could have given us a good lead. Oliver, use your brain. You have been around long enough to know when something is a danger or when something is safe, and this is very much not a safe situation to be in.
Sorry, alright? I was embarrassed.
Oh, Jesus Christ, your pride will get us killed. The sloth will get us damaged.
It's not like I didn't do anything. I let the rest of the pack know.
The rest of the pack. The people that I can openly deal with and communicate with. Yes, those people.
Well, I didn't feel safe telling you, so I thought I'd pass it through back channels.
How often have I had to fix your shit? And I gladly do it.
Now I'm starting to feel like a burden again.
Oh, you're fine. Sit down and I'll see to it.
Just as like collapses on the sofa, and that's when you can really notice the post transformation lethargy kick in. Like he's starting to become really drowsy and struggle to stay awake.
Altair is going to try and get like little like tweezers or something, and he's going to try and either tweezer or plier it out.
I think as soon as Altair leans over with tweezers, Leto's gonna be like, no, probably. I mean, it's not my house, and you don't know me, but I think you need to cut those out.
You know this better than I?
Oh, just from observation, they appear to be melted in a little bit into the skin. I don't think that's going to come out with just a pull.
It's not exactly like we can drop him off at A&E.
Yeah.
How steady is your hand?
Oh,
Hold them. Wonderful, that will do. Okay. We have a coffee table, alcohol, and time. You may as well, if you're going to stay in this house, help me.
Oh,
Leto, dweller of corners.
okay.
Wonderful.
I've never done surgery before.
I feel like Altair's like pierced his septum enough, like just
Like
in his own house that he's like, this is the same as surgery. He sat there with like an ice and like a needle.
Storyteller Head is going like, both Wally and Valerian have multiple points in medicine. Like, Valerian is probably like the best suited person to deal with it. And you're just there like, go grab the alcohol, put some vodka in the fridge, that'll do. Okay. I'll say it takes about an hour and a half to do this safely. You can make a intelligence and medicine check if you want to speed it up. Or you can just sit there and just take the time it takes.
What happens if I fail it?
Things might get worse. You might not make it better.
I'll take the hour and a half.
Okay.
Just trying to remind myself how the various elements of this work. Hold on.
So Leto has 3 intelligence, 0 medicine.
I think that's not what I was checking. I'm happy to take the hour and a half. She's fascinated. The longer this takes, the better it is for her. She's like, okay, and then what happens when we do this?
Altair's explaining as though he has an idea. Not a clue.
But anytime that like Ollie like particularly rouses or like winces or like if there's anything particularly painful, what she's gonna do is she's gonna like quickly move away from where she is next to Altair, crouch down in front of them, like hands all bloody and stuff, and just be like, okay, don't worry, just look at me. And then she's gonna cloud memory that moment
And
into being like peaceful slumber. You had a lovely time. It was great. And then she'll go away again to help more.
yeah, Ollie doesn't remember this surgery particularly.
Yeah,
well.
literally.
They just
Well
remember lying on the coffee table, and for like this hour and a half, there's just nothing there. They can't recall what happened.
But it's like multiple can't remembers on top of each other because she's not waiting till the end and then doing one big cloud memory of like everything that just happened. Like, it's like each time he winces or each time he goes, ow, then she's gonna come over and be like, forget the last 10 seconds. Okay, carry on.
there's just
now
like
forget the last 10 seconds. Okay, now carry on.
There's just this cascading error of like memory failures.
Yeah,
it's like trying to remember one causes another one to appear, and then like it just keeps going and going and going until like it just breaks. While you're doing that, Valerian and Dom, you drive back to the Acropolis. It's about a 40-minute drive. You bring Kit down. Where are you going to place Kit in the Acropolis?
Wherever Valerian tells me to.
Good answer.
Yeah, so remember how Valerian had put together that whole clinical situation
Yes.
for Ackhurst? That's gonna be used for someone else now. So yeah, I instruct Dom to put Kit over there. And then, my hospital beds have belts on them to keep people strapped down. So he will be strapped in. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dom, as you finish strapping Kit into this hospital bed, you look over to Tristan's carriage. The lights are still on.
I think Dom would look at Valeria for a second, like, can I, real quick, points to Tristan's. Or do you need me with this?
No, go ahead.
We'll just go off to Tristan's thing and we'll knock on. Tristan.
The door's like half open.
Okay.
He's sitting on the side of the bed, like not on it, but like next to it, with his back up against it on the floor. His eyes at this point have got what I would call, like, around his eyes, what I would probably call the Leto look. Like they're very black now. As like sleep deprivation is like really kicking in. And you can see on the floor just sketch after sketch after sketch after sketch of just different things. There's a couple of Leto, there's one of Logus, there's a couple of Valerio. There's some of people you've never met before. Just drawing after drawing after drawing.
Yeah, I think he sort of Anthony looks at all the drawings and looks at Tristan, and I feel like his heart just dropped a little bit. He's just goes and sit next to him. I told you to sleep.
I can't. I keep hearing this shit. I keep seeing shit.
Can you not, I don't know, ignore it?
Try it.
I'll see if I can, I don't know, ask Marcus for some sedatives or something like that.
I mean these, and like pulls out like a tab, like one of those Valerian tablet boxes, that's got like sleeping pills in that he's taken. Look, there was a time Valerian was going to experiment with pharmaceuticals.
Have you taken those yet?
Yeah, I've had half the bottle.
Okay. And I think I'll pull out his phone, and despite having heard that Leto's in danger, we'll text Leto once again, because this is also Dawn's been texting Leto at least twice a day since she's been gone. It's like, you know, like checking where she is and if she's okay, and we'll text again and be like, you know, hey, I hope you're okay. If you are, can you please come by the Acropolis, because I need your help with something. And we'll phone away again. I think we just start, like, stand up and pick up all the drawings and like go through them, or like, you know, gather them and like hold them out, like, tell me about them. What are you hearing?
They come in like trenches. Like I get several of them rapidly. Like sometimes they contradict each other. Like you see that he holds up two pictures of what looks like the shard. One of them, Leto holding Tristan out of a window, and the other one, Tristan holding Leto out of a window.
Oh no. I think Dylan looks at those and it's just like, just sort of taken aback for a second. I just takes them and looks at them like, this is what you're seeing?
Yeah, and what I'm hearing, and it's weird. Like, I swear I can contact that woman. If I think really hard, I start screaming really loudly, I feel like I'm getting somewhere.
Well, I've been trying to contact her for days now. But I also know that she's not easy to contact. She doesn't have the time or doesn't want to talk. She doesn't tend to. So maybe shouting isn't gonna do much, but if you've been trying to contact her before?
I've been trying to contact anyone who will listen.
Okay. Well,
It's like standing on the edge of a cliff.
yeah,
And just
well,
shouting.
maybe don't do that. Because, well, might not be as safe. I don't know the specifics of any of this, but just don't. I don't know what the hell. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, don't. No, we're not doing this again. No. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault any of this happened.
Well, this still happens because there's someone trying to get at me through you.
It's fine. It's my fault. I should have
No, it's not.
defended myself. I don't know
No,
how.
it's not. That's
should have
not how it
defended myself.
works.
Look,
If I can't blame myself, you can blame yourself either.
I don't blame myself.
You're saying it's your own fault.
It's my own fault for not.
It was you as a human against a kindred. That's not. You're not gonna win that.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Don't ask me how I know. Because I can't tell you. And I could be wrong. But in the back of my mind, a little thing keeps scratching. I don't think I was turned by a kindred.
What else would you be turned by?
I don't know. Something doesn't sit right. Like a piece of information is missing. Like there's a gap somewhere.
It's not possible, I think. You're not. I just met a werewolf, by the way. Really weird. He was kind of cool, but you're not that. I'm pretty sure.
No. I need blood.
Yeah. So.
But I don't know. It's like. Ugh. Sorry. Look. This is the last thing you need to hear. Okay. Go do whatever it is that Valerian guy wants you to do. It's clearly really important. I will continue to sit here and ponder my existence.
I'm not letting you do this alone. You're important to me as well. More important than anyone. I've known you the longest.
With respect, and I don't mean this in a nasty way, I'm fighting my own mind. I think I'm the only person who can do this.
You've helped me before with my stuff.
Yeah, but
that's fair if I did the same.
That's human stuff. Like this is whole nother level kind of nonsense.
Yeah, we can do that together. We've always done everything together.
Okay, but
I mean, I know obviously I cannot go into your mind and help, but I do want to be here, and I do want if you feel like maybe you weren't turned by kindred, then I will do whatever I can to look into what it possibly else could be. I could ask Valerian, I could ask people who know people, and I could ask Logos. He might.
I don't know. Look, just go. Just go do what you need to do. I'll be fine. I'll be here when you get back. I promise I will try and sleep.
Promise me one more thing, though.
What's that?
Don't shut me out.
I won't. I promise.
Okay. Alright. You will get sleep. Down the rest of the bottle, I don't know.
I'll just do what I can.
Yeah. Alright. And we'll just stand up,
walk
like,
out.
but like yeah, hand on his shoulder, like give a small squeeze, and then walk out. But we'll take the drawings from him and Leto, those two. Just sort of, you know, keep and look at and think about what that could possibly mean. And then we'll go over to Valeria and it's like, right, sorry, what do you need?
What was that?
He's not sleeping still. He also, he says he feels like he might not have been turned by a kindred, but that feels impossible.
You hear like he's been doing this silently, but then one of the belts kind of makes a noise, and he just goes, interesting thoughts.
I don't know what to do with it. I think about asking Logos, maybe. Seems to know a lot.
He does, doesn't he? Maybe that is a good idea. Ask him if he knows anything.
Yeah, I'll find him later. But yeah, Kit, what do we do with him? What did you want to do?
He finishes up the one around his neck, and he just walks over to the side of Kit, and he goes, "Are you ready?" And he puts a hand on the broom handle.
Yep. And I will almost sort of brace, like stand under the bed to like, if needed, grab Kit and like push him down or whatever. But yeah.
All right. He grabs it out of there. Just yanks it right out.
Yanks it out. Right. I think there's a good time to take a break before Kit comes back. We'll be 10 minutes. Get up, stretch your legs, walk around, fill your bottles, go to the toilet, take some self-care. We'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll start wrapping up some stuff. See you then. Bye, bye. welcome back, everyone. God, it's warm in here. Sorry, it's just
It is warm in here too.
Temperature is rising, and I'm like,
what is that expression? I'm sweating like a whore in prison.
Anyway, let's jump straight back to it. So Valerian yanks the steak out of Kit as hard as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
You see him come to very quickly. Kind of instinctively jumps, but obviously is tied. Like immediately rebounds back. I don't need anyone to roll to figure out what Kit's feeling right now. There's this sense of like for 10 seconds he just stares at Valerian and Dom, realizing where he is. And then like you see like a second realization hit. Like there's Valerian and there's Dom here. That's bad. But then a second thought pings his brain, and then that sends him into a really deep panic. And you want to see him thrashing at like the belts.
Dom pushes him down immediately onto like. You're not going to go anywhere. Don't even try.
Hey! This is why are you doing this?
I think Valerian has. I think Dom is the first thing that he sees. I think Valerian has put down the stake somewhere, and then all Kit hears is these heeled dress shoes come towards him, and then Valerian leaning over him and just going, "Good morning, sweetheart."
I don't like this.
I know you don't.
So is the whole gang here?
Not just yet.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where she is?
No.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No. I'm legitimately sure on that one. I've not heard anything for a few days.
All right.
I get that you probably have questions, but I am actually being truthful on that one. The others I can't be so sure of, but so you haven't seen her either.
I'm asking the questions here.
No. And you sort of see this like smirk comes on his face, like you've lost her. Oh my! You've gone blind.
I think at this point I put both of my hands on his cheeks, grabbing his head, and I grab it really firmly. I think that the muscles in his neck tense up so much that it gives him like a headache, almost an impact headache. And he just goes, "Do not play the fool with me. I'm going to ask questions, and you are going to answer. Got it?"
I may answer.
I think Valerian will use Mesmerize.
Remind me once again.
Which is, I can issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have the subject's gaze and relative quiet.
Yes. Suppose roll.
It's a manipulation dominate versus intelligence and resolve.
The two things Kit does not have a lot of.
Exactly. Oh, I need one rouse check for
You-
this.
Yeah,
Hold on.
so
Oh, one success. Okay, good.
you literally need to get one success. He failed every single time.
Oh, that's fun.
So just one will do it.
Why can't I do this?
Little
Why?
dice I can on the.
Yeah, but that's just giving me a rouse check. So
Oh yeah.
You should be able to click on mesmerize.
A little button in front of it, I think, the little icon.
oh yeah, I see now.
Yeah. I was too busy staring at the chat, going, I remember putting a +1 skill check die in the
I
redeem
did. So Inez, take an extra die.
Oh my god. Oh, well,
no, sorry, it's for Altair. So never mind. I just saw it for Altair.
Okay,
sorry.
good. Good. No, it's fine. It's 4 successes anyways.
Okay, what command do you want to give him?
He says I may answer, right?
Yes, I may answer.
And he goes, "You will answer truthfully."
Okay. Speak your piece.
He lets go, and he walks over to a little table that he has set out, which contains, of course, a lot of medical tools.
Okay.
And he takes a scalpel and he flicks it around in his hand. He's dexterous with that. Even though his dexterity is low, he knows his way around some medical tools, and he just comes back and he goes, I've been asking myself, and so maybe you can answer this, why the hit on me?
I was following orders.
Orders from who? And he traces the scalpel along his cheek to his neck.
Like, there's a moment where he tries to resist.
Mhm.
It just melts away. Guy named Jamie.
Jamie? Jamie who?
Don't know. In all honesty, they were a group I fell in with, like their leader, I think. Got
A
in
group?
touch. A group, yeah.
What kind of group?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? And the scalpel is like in his trachea,
Kept me
almost.
at arm's length. I met the leader once, right? On London Bridge, where we had one discussion. And they told me that I don't want to. They told me that they had an opportunity for me to get my old clan back.
So what is this? A group of organized crime? A group of vampires? Is this a group of hunters? Am I being watched right now?
You've always been watched.
Please.
I legitimately don't know that. I don't think they're kindred. They don't act like kindred, but they know a lot about kindred. So, and like you legitimately, you can see Kit in front of you trying to like put the puzzle pieces together, and like how Kit ever managed to get the Ravagers together is like a mystery that no one will ever be able to solve. But he's slowly dawning on him that he may have been used. I don't think they were kindred. I legitimately thought they were. Like, I thought they were, like, planning to remove you and then, like, break London back up again, and then I could go back to having my clan again, and then Axel could have theirs, and we could go back to the good old days.
Idiot.
They just asked me to find someone capable and have you removed. They thought it would be less. It would create less of a trail if they got one of your own to kill you as opposed to them doing it.
What, so a kindred asks you to diablerize and you do it? Do you not have any autonomy?
Look, they promised that you'd go away, that Leto would get off my back.
Leto was on your back.
And there's that moment of, I shouldn't have said that.
Since when?
Don't make me answer that.
You will answer truthfully.
The morning of the morning after the attack 5 years ago, she found me on the roof. I gave up. I was just gonna sit there and take final death. And then she was like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. You can come work for me. And then that kind of turned into a working with me to working for me to no one needs to know you're alive under any circumstances. So, you know, I've been busy observing and watching and gathering information and then putting it in packets and giving it to Leto.
At this point, Valerian doesn't necessarily know what to feel. He sort of feels betrayed, and he sort of feels played and like not taken seriously. He also remembers that this is Leto and that she does not take him seriously. But still,
Look,
I kind of hurt nonetheless.
I didn't ask for it. She saw a moment of weakness and exploited it for maximum gain, I guess.
No, of course, everything falls in your lap. It's easy.
And that's what look, if I'm being perfectly honest, I didn't agree to work with these people to get rid of you. You were the side effect. You were the happy little, like, cherry on the cake, if you like. It was Leto that I really wanted to get rid of. And now I get the impression I've just walked into something that I can't back out of.
And you can't. And he throws the scalpel at that table. It's a wooden table, by the way. It sticks into the table. And he once again grabs both sides of his head and he goes, "We have found ourselves in a war. Do you know what you have brought upon yourself?"
No, but I get the feeling I'm about to find out.
You have brought upon us 4 to 5 hunters roaming around London, trying to kill whatever kindred is in sight, including you.
I'm sure I'd have been left.
Of course.
I'm useful. Look, I don't know a lot. They were very compartmentalized. I mostly worked with Jamie. I sometimes went back. I sometimes went to the Tower of London. They had a place there that we worked on things. They were very interested in Tremere things. They have a safe house on the edge of Camden that Jamie tends to stay at. Like it's directly opposite the library.
So you're useful for what? Ratting around?
That's me. Just a kid, just scrounging around the dirt.
Good.
No one
Lovely.
No one wants to kill a bottom feeder, right?
Don't they?
No, it's not worth the hassle. Look, I've told you what I know. That's where Jamie tends to live. You might be able to get the drop on him. Like, can you let me go?
And why would I?
Because I need a head start.
A head start? On what?
You don't get it, do you, Valerian? I don't fear you. You can't scare me. But she can come from any fucking shadow and appear in front of you. And now I've just gone and done the you made me tell you things. Things I can't take back. You've done this, Valerian. You've signed my death warrant.
Boo-hoo. You have signed mine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You're tough enough. You unified London. You killed the Inquisition. What's a few hunters?
So I'm the one who doesn't get it. Truly, are you this infantile? Have they taught you nothing?
I was supposed to be a compliment.
Hunters do not sleep until vampires are eradicated. And they have means to. Frankly, I fear these bitches more than the Inquisition. And you should too.
I didn't know it was them. I'm stupid, okay? I'm not. I can fight. That's all I can do. Okay? People play mental games with me all the time. They always win. All right? Is that what you want to hear?
So there is where you're useful? Ratting around and fighting.
I mean, yes.
Good. And I look to Dom and I go, remove his bounds.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just sort of step back and start to like undo the belts and stuff.
Look, I really appreciate like untying me. Like she's not here now, is she? Like, and there's like a moment where the problem with the Acropolis, there's a lot of shadow. Like there's a lot of light, but there's also
Yes.
a lot of shadow.
Oh, absolutely.
There are dark corners in every single crevice here, and you see Kid again, not scared of you, not scared of Dom, but scared of the dark.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. And that's
I'm
good.
going to ask a question. Has Leto come back? Does Leto go from the Acropolis, from Altair's place to the Acropolis?
Are you muted?
You're muted.
What's the time scale we're on? Because
So, it's at this point we've had. There's enough time has passed that you could sneak in quietly to catch these ending bits. Thingy doesn't live too far away.
what time would it be?
At this point, we're talking 2:45 in the morning. Half 2, 2:45, around that time frame.
Then no, I think she'd still be at Ollie's.
Okay.
Then my question to him is, and what if she was?
I think I'd like to start running for the door if so. I mean, she's not fast, I think.
She doesn't have to be. But if any harm comes to Leto because of your fuckery, a head start won't be enough.
Oh, no, you're defending her?
We are
My
all
friend.
defending her.
And
And if you want to stay alive, truly, I would start doing the same.
What do you want me to do?
Good.
And make it simple. I can't take complex instructions very well.
You will get your coterie back, and you will be muscle. If there is anything we need right now, it is firepower. And you have it. Lots of it, if you want it, to have it. You can pull people from whatever crevices they want to crawl out of. I need you and your rats.
Okay.
No, I don't think you understand. I need an army, Kit.
Then I know I'm not in a position to make requests, but I need you to make sure that Leto doesn't do anything to me as like revenge for that. Can we pretend that I didn't say what I said out loud? It's better for all of us if we pretend that conversation never happened. Like I'll even memory wipe myself. He tries to like memory wipe himself, but he can't do memory wipe. So it's a pointless gesture.
Said what?
Yes, exactly. Nothing.
Good.
Okay. most of my troops defected to Axel after the Ravager collapse. I suppose I'll have to go look for new. You don't mind if I maybe turned a few people? Question mark. I'll do it. I won't do it all in the same place. I'll move around. I'll even go outside of London if you want. I'll go someone else's turf.
Fine.
Good. This is the best decision you've ever made. I will be in touch.
I close in on him quickly, and I grab him by the shirt, and I go, if I catch you talking with anyone that isn't me or this coterie, your head will be on a stake in front of this Acropolis. Got it?
Yes, I get it. Can you let go? This is quite embarrassing.
Good. And he lets go. And he goes, go, get your rats and report back.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good talk. If Leto ever asks, I've gone on holiday. I'll be back soon. Yeah. And he as he's walking to the exit, he's constantly keeping eye contact with Valerian. Doesn't want to break eye contact.
I think if that happens, he just goes, "What are you staring at me for? Go!"
And at that point, I think he'll realize that Valerian's not gonna suddenly celerity rush him. And in the past, when kids been in fights with other kindred, they've always been celerity-based kindred who just swarm him at a distance, and
even have
he
celerity.
can't quite he can't keep up. So he has this deep-seated paranoia that every kindred is just gonna rush him.
I mean, Dom could.
Dom could. You sort of see him rush up the stairs, and then Marcus sort of declares he's past the ward.
I think after that, Dom would turn to Valerian and would be like, why does he get to turn people?
Because I trust him with it.
So you don't trust me, alright.
Not with those particular things, no.
I didn't mean those particular things. I just meant my request.
I see.
If this hunter is planning to kill my mother, I think she deserves a fair shot at defending herself.
You make a good point.
And also, my mother is quite, how to put this? She's quite strong. Not necessarily physically, but mentally. She can be clever and brutal when she needs to be. She plays bridge, and everyone there is scared of her. It's a whole thing. But My point being, she could be a good asset.
I don't care about your mother being useful or an asset. She will not be in my service. She will live her life outside of London, where she will be safe. Vampirically.
You let me?
Yes. You make good points.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. I mean, she's not. Yeah, she's not in the city right now. I told her to leave, but I'll tell her. Thanks.
Don't thank me.
That in the same category as don't apologize. Is that a thing we don't say P's and Q's here?
Don't thank me for this thing. That would be, it feels weird.
Okay. Okay. Do you need me right now for anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'll go check in with Tristan again, I suppose. Yeah, I'll be around. And just walks off, but goes to his own room first. Cause he texted his mother earlier, but obviously hasn't got a response because it's 3 a.m. But will text after the last one he sent. I think has she told him yet where she's gone? I mean, I think
Not
he can see
yet.
your location, but yeah.
You see the location on the "Where's my phone?"
Yeah.
app, but she hasn't actively told you where she's going, especially over a text message.
Yeah. I think he would just text like, "Call me, I have good news," something like that. And we'll then go to Tristan's room to just check like around the door, like to see if he's made an attempt at sleeping yet, or if it's still just the same.
He's lying on the bed, but like hands on his head, like that. It's like not rocking backwards and forwards, but just kind of like looking wound up.
Yeah.
Like he can't like settle, and it's really winding him up that he can't settle.
I think Dom would sort of knock and then come in again. Be like, "Hey, if you can't sleep, we can just stay up and talk about anything, just as a distraction."
Haven't you got important stuff to do?
Not right now. And you're important. Don't think you're not.
What I am right now is a mess.
Yeah, and we'll try and fix that.
I don't really feel positive right now.
Okay. Well, do you want company at all, or?
It's fine. I'll be fine. Let me just try and sort it out. As you do that, you kind of see in the corner of your eye like logos, like try and like get the corner of your attention slightly.
Yeah, we'll turn around and just look at Tristan again. Then, alright, okay. I'll leave you be. And we'll walk out to Logos. Oh yeah, I was looking for you actually.
I'm guessing you have questions about your friend.
Yeah, quite a few.
And I'm guessing your fellow Malkavian friend isn't around to answer them.
No, she's been well, and she'll sort of like pull Logos to the side, so like away from the carriage, and we'll pull out the drawings, I will show them. What does this mean?
Okay. Malkavians can get premonition. They can see things. They can feel things. They can sense things. Sometimes these things are true. Sometimes it's just their madness playing tricks on them. The problem is they can't quite decide which is which. The more you do it, the better you get at discerning what is real and what is not real. You've got to bear in mind, it's barely been 2 weeks for this guy.
Yeah. I get that. I don't know, I'm just...
It gets easier. At the moment, his senses are being attacked 24/7. Malkavians are special creatures.
Yeah. No, I've
They
seen
have
that.
some of the most terrifying abilities. You should
Yeah.
ask Leto to demonstrate dementation at some point. It can
Yeah.
really screw over someone you don't like.
Wait, out of character, wasn't that what Leto used on Morgan? Yeah, so so I think Dom would be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah, no, that's a little fucked up.
And one day, Tristan will probably be able to do that too.
Yeah, well, I mean, knowing him, he's not the aggressive type, but I hope that
I will
that's not
say,
changed.
however, Tristan is very well attuned to these kind of things. Almost too well attuned to his premonition.
Okay.
I can't quite explain it myself. I will admit that Malkavian lore is not my strong suit. Now, if you want to talk blood magic, I'm your guy. But you don't. I think your friend may be your best bet to trying to understand Tristan.
But she won't answer. And Tristan said she's in danger, so I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's up to. I don't know if she's still alive.
I don't know a lot about your Leto friend, but from what little bits I've gathered, if they were dead, the whole universe would probably know about it. I don't think she's the type to go quietly.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Also, you must bear in mind that Tristan's been telling me that he's been screaming into an abyss.
Yeah, I told him to stop doing that because I don't know a lot about Malkavians other than what I've learned from Leto, but that doesn't sound like a very good idea.
Well, here's the thing. It's a terrible idea. But he can use that to confirm that Leto is alive.
Yeah, he did say that he, I think, either felt or heard her, so maybe. But I don't know how long ago that is, and I don't want to bother him too much right now. He's got so much going on already, and the only thing I want for him right now is for him to go to sleep. So if you've got something for that, that would be useful.
I don't have any, vampire night owl, unfortunately. He will sleep once he's learnt to control his connection to the Madness Network.
How long does that take?
Some people can do it in a matter of months. Some people can take years. Some people never quite get the hang of it.
He cannot stay awake that long.
Oh, his body will tire. His body will. Probably tire out. That's why finding your friend is very important. It's much easier to deal with if you have a mentor, assuming that they would be willing to take on that task.
It would be easier to find her if she hadn't got the ability to hide in the shadows. I mean, sometimes I just randomly start talking. Oh, she's there, and sometimes she is, and sometimes she's not. But what?
Have you tried talking to some shadows?
Well, in the past couple of days, sometimes, but it's also been busy. We've had a lot going on, so I've not really.
I mean, look, all I'm going to say is that if you tried it before, maybe try it again. I'll leave you to ponder on that, okay?
Yeah. Oh, well, one more thing. Tristan said that he felt like, and I don't know if this is like some kind of illusion or whatever. He felt like he might have been turned by kindred. Is that possible?
I don't know for certain. So take what I'm about to say now with a very heavy pinch of salt. During my travels, I did hear rumors of warlocks who have managed to find ways of creating vampirism.
Hold on. Warlocks? Okay, so I've met a werewolf today, which is great. But also, what?
Warlocks. Humans who have learnt magic. In a nutshell.
Okay, you know what? I've got one more question. Are fairies real? Is that a thing?
Have you been down to the bottom of Camden Lock at night?
Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes.
Ever notice? I mean, they're not fairies in the traditional sense, but during the day, if you rule Camden during the night, they rule Camden during the day.
Yeah. So, fair. Well, okay. You know what? You know what? Never mind. Warlocks. Okay, so that's something. Can you look into that?
I mean, it's not like I can just go to a local library and say, "Give me all your books on."
Well, you know more than I do. I don't even know where to fucking start on that.
No, that was rude of me. I apologize. Leave it with me. I will look into it.
Okay. Thanks.
It's kind of with my hunch. If that's true, it kind of confirms my hunch about why his premonitions are so thorough and why they always seem to be true. But what you've shown me, and he points to the two pictures, both of those pictures can't be true. One of them has to be false.
I don't want either of them to happen. They're both my friends.
Oh, one of them is going to happen. I just don't know which. And if both of them are your friends, then the best thing you can do is make sure that the one who's holding the other out of the window is the calm one.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I'm going to process all this. Thank you.
It's fine. I'll add it onto Valerian's tab. It's fine.
Yeah, you should. And he'll walk off to his room, and he'll sit on the bed for a bit, and then he'll just start going like, so... like, start talking to Leto, try and find Leto. Like, I think we could go like, so that's has a problem. I could really use your help. And just looks around.
So first of all, does Leto actually reply to the text this time?
No, because her hands have got blood all over them, so.
Yeah, you talk out into the darkness. It's been a bit longer if Leto wants to have moved there.
Yeah.
Or Leto can still.
Oh
stay
yeah,
with
no,
Altair
I guess I'll still be with Altair.
Hmm.
But I guess by that point.
I mean, Ollie's out of it now. Ollie is like
Yeah.
full asleep at this point.
Yeah, we're kind of we've done all of that, and I've washed my hands and stuff. So by that point, I can text. So I think as Dom is talking out into the universe, hoping that Leto's there, there'll be a ping on their phone that pops up from Leto, just being like, and which one of the 10 current problems is it that you want help with?
I like that the idea that the text comes in the moment he finishes speaking, and he's like, that's a new kind of creepy. And they'll just start so immediately start typing. Like you send a text, and like literally 2 seconds later, you see the typing thing. Yeah, they would say something like, I think first of all they would say like, "Oh, thank fuck you're alive." And then, "Are you okay?" with multiple question marks, and then right after that, like, "Can you please come to the Acropolis? I will explain everything. I'll catch you up."
The only reply she sends is like a reply directly to the first statement that just says, "Well, I mean, technically anyone could have this phone."
But I think that's such I feel like it's such a Leto response that like he knows that it's her. And yeah, I think they'll just like get true, and then ask like, "Please, like PLS, like please come here." And then I think this would add something like, "I've got a friend who really needs your guidance," and then adds after that Malkavian. Dom texts in a lot of like a lot of different short texts. Like it's never like one block of text; it's just different sentences.
So you say, "A friend needs help," and what was the last bit?
Malkavian, like as an add-on.
Oh, okay. I think they'll be like, "Interesting. ... Tell him to stop screaming."
Yeah, those like about like, okay, like you know, like the soldier emoji. That's like yeah, exactly. And then just adds like, yeah, like where are you? And then after that, how soon can you be here?
I think she won't reply to that.
Okay, of course. Yeah, and I think that at that point, Dom would, instead of like bothering Tristan again, would text him instead and just be like, "Leto asked you to stop screaming."
From like the next room over. I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Leto, like about 20 minutes later, you feel that scratching in the back of your mind just stop. And everything goes very quiet again in your mind. Tristan is a little bit more relaxed. And for the first time, Leto, you actually get a fully comprehensible message come through. And it's just Tristan's You never met this man, but you know his voice. Like, it's weird how you know that. But you just do. And it's just one word. Help.
Can she reply?
You're a 12th generation Avian. Yeah, you've been around long enough to be able to use the network.
Okay. In which case, she only replies with 2 words, but she also replies with like a feeling. And it's a feeling of comfort and like when you're having a hard time and you turn to someone and they don't have the words to deal with it, and so they just give you a comforting presence and a chance to just kind of talk it out and just like physical contact so that you know you're not alone kind of thing. So she'll just give out this vibe of like, you're not on your own, you are heard, you are here, and just like this comforting vibe and kind of ghost of it almost. And then the only 2 words she says are sweet child.
It takes about a minute for a response to come back down the other way. It's not words or a feeling. You suddenly feel your premonition to like be forcibly invoked by this response, and you start to get a feed. Like, it's almost like Tristan's connected his brain directly into the network and is funneling all of these rapidly firing premonitions straight down into Leto. You can feel and see the workshop, the identities of the people who walked in there, just like the 5 that he drew on the paper, one of them being Kit. You can see you and him up on the top of the shard in both positions. You can see Valerian, you can see Dom, you can see Altair. Like, everything that he's been premonitioning is starting to come through. But unlike Tristan, who can't make sense of it, it's too fast, it's too muddled, you can slow it down enough that you can start to process what is actually going on. You have in your mind these spitting images of all 6 people who were in that workshop room, including the one that Tristan didn't draw because they couldn't make them out in the corner of the room. I'm not going to go through play-by-play descriptions of all of them. Otherwise, we'd be here till like 2 o'clock in the morning. But you have that. If you see these people, you will know it is them. You don't quite know what to make of the 2 shard premonitions either. Like, you don't know why you're seeing 2 of them and why they're flipped. Maybe a mirror? Is it not actually real? Is it a trick of the mind kind of thing? You are able to see a premonition of Ollie. And you get to see I'd like you to pick for me, Blue, 1 or 2.
2.
You see a premonition. Well, it's not even a premonition because this is something that's already happened. You see the attack on Ollie and how it happened. And Ollie was being truthful. He was knocked down onto a knee. He couldn't really see his assailant. What they did, he said it was an improvised shotgun. It wasn't. It was a flare tipped with silver that was pressed up against his skin and then ignited to basically burn the skin and then melt this compound into it. It was not particularly pleasant. That face, that red hair, that matches identically with one of those 6 people in that workshop room. You also see another premonition. Dom, Allie, together. And they look happy. They are sitting at 2 tables, like a table for 2. It looks like Camden Night Market, potentially. You can't quite make out the location. They seem to be debating over whether to order entree or just have some more breadsticks. Like it's a do we stay here for the full thing or do we just not, like, kind of debate. But they look happy. Ollie does have a ginormous gash on his back. But aside from that, he looks well enough. And just as you finish processing it, the feed just like pulls back. And you just get one word. You get one small sentence back. It won't stop.
She'll just send back the image of a clock spinning fast.
At that point, the connection goes silent. Tristan falls asleep in a clubbed-out husk on the bed. And that is where we're going to leave it for the night.
Can I?
Ooh.
You go first.
Oh my god.
Just very quickly, I want to explain what Altair sees because Ollie is asleep and we've just finished cutting out all the silver from their back and then presumably we've then washed up. Once we've finished washing up, Leto has then been sending a couple of text messages. Leto then ends up sitting down and suddenly looking a lot more relaxed. Like there was a bit of like tension before, but now it's kind of gone and she looks a bit more relaxed. Then she looks a little inquisitive and then she starts hysterically laughing for about 2 solid minutes. And then she just stops, blinks a couple of times, and then looks over at you again.
Altair was fully, like, he'd been, like, drying the dishes. He's got, like, a bowl in one hand that they've been using as, like, the thing to collect the silver in. He's got a dish towel in the other, and he's just sort of blankly staring. Are you, like, quite all right?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Perhaps we should go for a walk. I think the night air might help.
Okay.
Wonderful. He's just gonna put them down and then panics for a minute. Like, what the fuck? And then he's gonna offer an arm out.
Oh, she's delighted. Yeah, she absolutely takes the arm and we'll go for a stroll.
Yeah, he just goes, like, loops over the area like he's trying to wear her out before he attempts to talk again.
I think I will add to that once they leave. All these phone pings. Thomas texted him. Sort of added to the premonition of them together. Thomas absolutely texted his number.
Love it.
I'm
No
happy.
sec. And Jane.
We've got to have one romance
Yeah.
in the series.
Ugh.
Look, it just gives me more tools to play with and more buttons to press in the future.
Fine.
Just know that any relationships you have with any other people can and will probably be used against you at some point in the future.
That's fine.
Exactly.
Instead
Oh,
of reading your Miranda rights, he's reading you your gay rights. Honestly.
oh, poor Apollo is gonna come back and be like, "What the fuck has gone on?" It's like,
I'm excited to show everyone where Valerian has gone in this time frame. I'm very excited.
Hope everyone had fun. I've got hit by exhaustion all of a sudden. I'm gonna let everyone do quick sign outs. And I'm gonna start with Anna, because Anna's probably loaded their name into the thing already.
I have now. Yeah. Hi, I'm Anna or Rally, whichever one you prefer. I use they them pronouns, and I am definitely human. Want to remind you of that again. I'm on pretty much every social media as Peculiar Planets. And other than that, I am on Sunday. I have to quickly check my calendar. I'll be playing a Pathfinder campaign over at Vibe Tribe at 6 p.m. Central European time. I have to think. I think my brain's gone dead. So someone else, please take the wheel.
Go on, Inez. You take over.
Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Inez. I use she, her pronouns, and I am your succubus girlfriend with your consent. Wow. That was crazy. And it was so fun. I loved playing Valerian torturing people. Yes. You can find me everywhere on the internet at succubusjeff or at xxsuccubusjeffxx. My face is everywhere. It's very easy to find me. My TikTok and my Twitter are most active right now. As for things I'm doing, this Saturday, if you are up early, and I mean early like 11 a.m.
Okay.
I'm playing in a werewolf game. Yay! I am over on Lightfoot Rogue. I have 2 games over on Lightfoot Rogue. So on Mondays we play Vampire, and on Saturdays now I am joining a new campaign where we play werewolves. So it's gonna be very fun. It's a longer running campaign. However, I am a new player, so if you like what I do and you like to stick around, then come over there. Stuff like that. What else do I have? Yeah, the Monday game, and I think that's all. Yeah, I'm very excited for my vampire game this Saturday. I love you very much. Please take care of yourself, and see you soon.
I'm going to call it that their werewolf character is going to be 6'2". That's a lie.
No.
Their height will change every episode because I never remember what their height is.
Yes. And now guess what kind of character it is.
Okay, so are you going to subvert expectations and go for a more Valerian type, or are we going for the comfort character of Dommy Mummy?
How about you guess? Guess which one?
I'm going to go with Dommy.
Yes!
Of course.
Yes!
Probably wears a suit or maybe some
No.
sort of... Okay, no. Are we going dress this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going mother.
Oh.
We're
Oh.
going
Mother Nature has joined the chat.
We're
see.
going mother.
Yeah. So, what we're looking for? Ignore me.
you're
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch. Now I've got something to watch on Saturday morning. Magpie.
Howdy, I'm Magpie. You can find me most places at Antique Horror, and by most places I mean literally just the artist formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, I've been playing Altair, our bitey Ventru. Yeah, I want another stream. On the 2nd of August, I am on D8 Dungeon in the Dungeon Mania for the night. So I'm probably, touchwood, I think, playing my druid, Ythandril, who is also very bitey. Yeah, that's all I've got. Bitey characters.
Oh, pardon me.
Just my words have stopped going. I'm
It's
gonna be
fine.
quiet now.
It's fine. we'll let Blue take over. It's fine.
That's me.
It's
Hello.
you.
I'm Blue. I'm back, baby.
Yes!
Here to do things you weren't expecting and generally create chaos and emotional feelings, which I feel like there was a fair few in this episode. Like, that was, sick as hell. Well done, gang. But yeah, I am not in space anymore. I'm not planning to go back anytime soon. So yeah, I'm here, I'm back, and I'm gonna keep playing Leto until they're inevitably stabbed in the back.
No, consequences can't have actions. What are you talking about? I thought it was me. Well, I'm Hedgehog. You can find me online everywhere at Hedgehog UK. I don't really use social media that much anymore. If I do, it's usually plain. But I do hang around in our Discord, which is much more fun to hang around in. So, in a couple of weeks, maybe like 3 weeks or so, we're going to start our Changeling campaign. Our Changeling 10 shots, the cast has been confirmed. We're going to do an announcement-y thing soon. But yeah, the people at the bottom of Camden Lock was a reference to them. It is going to be a lovely campaign about how do you keep the Lansdale fire in London going when there's just fucking vampires everywhere. We've joked numerous times that we're going to get a Nez on towards the end just to play Valerian for the BBEG.
Please do.
And that's how both campaigns were derailed at the same time when Valerian was killed.
No.
Like, I'd like to see you use a revolver against a chimerical beast.
And I'd like to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, we'd all like to see that, let's be honest.
I would like to see it.
After that, we're talking more 10 shots. I am not going to lie. I have a hankering for playing Hunter. So we may do a Hunter 10 shots. Now, my original thought was, what if I get people to play the original hunters that were hunting you guys? In the
Rude.
And then just like mash you all together.
I mean, it would kind of be funny.
I mean, the systems are compatible.
It would kind of be funny. Just to have a band of people who know what they're doing, but maybe some of them are like stupid, you know? I love that. Oh, that's good.
But yeah, we're definitely probably doing a Hunter 10 shot, but I'm not quite sure what it'll look like yet. Just because I'm now on a mission to do World of Darkness. So we're gonna do Hunter, and then we're gonna do Mage, which is gonna be really interesting because I need to actually that book is something. I've briefly read it. That's the future. We're back next Thursday. If Apollo is not gorging at a restaurant, then we'll have all 5 of us here for the first time in 11. It's taken 11 episodes. We'll finally all be here. I hope you can all join us. Thank you for sticking around tonight. Apologies for the late start. It's been a very hectic day for a lot of us. And we will see you next week. Be safe. Have fun. Bye.
Goodbye.